In today's world, there are many different tabletop RPGs to choose from, and today I would like to show you one of my favorites, Genesys RPG. This is an any setting RPG system made by Edge Studio. They are also the makers of Star Wars RPG, and it plays very similarly, with the main difference being that it's any setting instead of Star Wars. And by the end of this video, you'll have a good grasp on what the system is and what it can do. But before we get into the video, I'm really excited to share with you this video's sponsor, RPG Sessions. It is an awesome online game tool for the Genesys and Star Wars narrative dice role-playing systems. With RPG Sessions, you can create an unlimited number of characters, vehicles, and adversaries, bring them into a central game experience on the game table, where you can roll skill checks, run initiative, and so much more. There's even an integrated Discord bot, so you can play games on your Discord server using powerful inline commands. This is a tool that I've been using myself for a while now, and it is a fantastic resource. Oh, and it's also free, so go sign up today at rpgsessions.com. So the number one thing that makes Genesys RPG from most other tabletop role-playing systems is the narrative dice. One of the shared mechanics with Star Wars RPG, these dice have symbols on them that allow you to interpret the dice in such a way that adds more to the narrative. So instead of rolling like a single d20 and then rolling a 15 against the GM's number in their head, in this game you roll your ability dice, which have all the good symbols on them, versus difficulty dice, which have all the bad symbols on them, and then you roll them and all the good and bad symbols cancel each other out until you're left over with either success or failure. These dice have success versus failure and advantage versus threat. So this can lead to really cool results. So let's say you're making a perception check and you roll 1 failure but with 2 advantage. Maybe you don't find what you're initially looking for, but you find something else that's cool. Or maybe you succeed on the mechanics check, but you rolled a threat, so maybe it just takes a little bit longer to accomplish. And for those of you coming from Star Wars RPG, the dice are identical in every way, except for the symbols are a little bit different, like the picture themselves are just swapped out. This system also has story points, which gives the players cool abilities like upgrading their dice, making enemies' dice rolls harder, finding stuff that they need in the moment. Kind of like bite-sized GM powers, if you want to think about it that way. And while the dice and the destiny points are really cool and one of the many reasons I love these systems, the biggest, coolest thing about Genesys specifically is that it is an any setting RPG. You can literally play in any setting you wish. The core book itself comes with 6 different settings, and they're kind of there to help you get started. They have fantasy, steampunk, weird war, modern day science fiction, and space opera. But it is really easy to come up with your own because of just how easy it is to homebrew in this setting. I have run a one-shot where it was The Martian meets Alien, the horror movie, meets Nemesis, the board game. So it was this cool sci-fi horror survival game. I also plan to run a Betrayal at House on the Hill one-shot at some point. Some other ideas I've had for campaigns that this system would be really good for are a Sword Art Online setting, so like Aincrad and going up the 100 levels, a League of Legends setting, an Apex Legends setting, even a kitchen sink setting. That's kind of like, if you think Lego Movie, where the universe shares kind of every kind of setting in one. This system just makes it really easy to play a tabletop role-playing game in any world you can think of, with items, gear, and even skills being super easy to homebrew. The book has all the rules you would need to run your game, a section on how to GM the Genesys system, with subsections on various tones within your game, customizing rules, and building adventures. The biggest difference between this and other tabletop role-playing games, and even Star Wars RPG, is going to be the talent system. If you're coming from D&D, you're used to getting spells upon leveling up. In Star Wars RPG, you spend XP on talent trees. Well, in Genesys, you still spend XP like in Star Wars, but this is a pyramid system. Careers will only give you your career skills, like athletics, stealth, and perception. This means you're free to build your own specialization tree, which in this case is the pyramid, in any way you see fit, without being restricted by your specialization or class. The quick explanation for the pyramid system is you need 2 level 1 talents before you can get a level 2 talent, and you need 2 level 2 talents before you can get a level 3, and so on and so forth. And your talents build down like a pyramid. The book has a large list of talents available, though again, homebrewing is pretty easy if you and the GM are up for it. There are also expansions for the game. The newest one for this is playing in a Twilight Imperium setting. Though there are others, such as the Realm of Terranoth, Shadow of the Beanstalk, and Secret of the Crucible. And another new Twilight Imperium book is coming out soon called War for the Throne. And that is Genesys RPG. Whether you are completely new to the narrative dice systems, or if you're coming over from Star Wars RPG, I highly recommend giving this a shot. And there's even some rules to you Star Wars RPG fans, like the ship and combat rules, that are just, they're so much better than the ones in Star Wars. I'll probably have a video on that later down the road, but I really do encourage you to give this system a try. I'll have a link down in the description below if you want to buy the book, and if you want to play this game online with your friends or even in person, RPG Sessions is a really amazing tool please go check it out. I have a link down there into the description. At least click the link, sign up, and give it a look-see. See if it's for you. It's free. Go do that. A huge thanks to the Patreon supporters for supporting the channel. You guys are super amazing and I appreciate you greatly. And to everybody, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, but until then, and as always, may the Force be with you.